Okay, continue with the logistic part. So how we can preserve the environment or sustainability involved in the getting to the right location for customers. Meaning that we can reduce the use of gas emissions lah. And where to keep second part is keeping truck busy and buying inexpensive fuel. That is on how we reduce cost. Okay, and uh, move to the next part. Pro- Okay, and I will skip that part. Okay, life cycle ownership cost is and it just for your additional information. Life cycle ownership cost is how much you spend for the vehicles to in terms of buying the fuel and the efficiency of the vehicle itself and cost per miles. Ini we do not cover in our test lah. Okay, so I will skip this one. Just to show how long we can use the car, the vehicle, and how much the cost involved. Okay, and end of life phase. So at the end of the life phase of a certain uh, product or certain goods. Okay, so how we dispose the material is that um, by having a proper disposal activities. Okay, so this one is on examples of motorcycle automobiles. Automakers design incorporate disassembly, recycling, and reuse. So at the design stage itself, they consider how to dispose and what happened to this car at the end of life cycle. Dah orang tak boleh guna. So how we want to keep the environmental clean at the same time. Okay, regulations and industry standards. So we have product design. At product design, we have food safety and quality divisions, and Ministry of Health. In Malaysia, we have Ministry of Health and NPRA or National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau. Those if you have product, for example, supplements or cosmetic products, so must be certified by NPRA. So NPRA, they will provide certification for your product, whether it's safe or not. So at the same time, people feel confident to have your product. Okay, CIRIM, we have Energy Consumptions of Malaysia, MDTCC, JAKIM as a halal certifications. It comes from JAKIM. Okay, and at the manufacturing and assembly activity, we have DOSH, Departments of Occupational Safety and Health. We have Department of Environment, JAS, Jabatan Alam Sekitar, and Construction Industry Development Board, CIDB, and Nuclear Malaysia, MOSTI, dekat Bangi tu. Okay, for disassembly and disposal of hazardous product yang berbahaya, harmful chemical tu. So we have DOE, Department of Environment, Nuclear Malaysia, and Solid Waste Management Corporations, and also it incorporate with the design for disassembly. Alright, so nearly all industry we have all have regulation, their own regulation. So normally involved lah. The company or industry standards that involve is OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Act, ACTA Act, and Factories and Machine Act. We have Street Drainage and Building Acts, and also Conservations of Environment Enactment. Okay, for international environment policies and standard, we have UN framework, UNFCCC, and standard ISO, as ISO 40,000, ISO 9,000, and many code of ISO lah, and eliminations of greenhouse gas. And for European Union standard, for European countries, they have European Union emission trading system in order to combat the climate change and reduce industrial green gas emissions, as well as cap and trade principle. So they do have this one. Okay, ISO 14,000 is for environmental management standard. For environmental, 14,000 is for environment. Okay, first for environmental management and auditing, they do auditing for manufacturers, kilang lah, factories, performance evaluation on labeling and life cycle assessment. Life cycle assessment ni how long the product or the productions takes lah. Product tu how long the life cycle of the product and how to dispose it. Okay, the advantage, of course, we can get public image, good public image, and reduce liability because we test the product. You have go through the company gone through multiple auditing, multiple audits lah. So it can reduce the liability. Liability ni, for example, you use the product putih tak, tiba-tiba kamu makan jadi hitam. So that is a liability. You have company need to pay compensation lah, bayar ganti rugi. That is liability for the company. Okay, good systematic approach to pollution prevention because we know how the right way to dispose harmful chemical. Okay, compliance with regulatory requirement and opportunity for competitive advantage. So once you have ISO 14,000, people are confident to use your product, and this is how you compete with other competitors. Contoh, kamu guna produk tak ada produk yang ada cap dengan tak ada cap, tak ada brand. Cina dengan produk yang certified. So you can see the quality of these two product. Okay, reductions in the needs of multiple audit because to get ISO 14,000 is so you need to go through a very strict auditors lah, auditing parts tu. Dia akan audit habis-habisan. Okay, and it is implemented more than 200,000 countries, organizations around the world, and environmental benefits here. We can reduce material usage, resource usage, reduce energy consumption, lower distribution costs, improve the image once you have ISO 14,000, and improve process efficiency as well as reduce waste and disposal costs. Okay, that's it. That's all for chapter 4. So see you next class.